Rommel talked about the typical gaze is through sometimes the white male filmmaker, but this is, I feel, from the black male gaze, especially Boyhood. Talk about those conversations of translating that to film, so that people can resonate with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's an interesting thing where it comes down to when you think about 99% of the images that are produced of people of color have been shot by white people. And, that does something. And I think it does something because there's a difference between you taking a photo of your mother and me taking a photo of your mother. There's a way that when you take that photograph, you take in the infinite totality of her being in a way that I can't possibly know because I don't know her. So, I think that then when you think about that idea with the idea that 99% of images of people of color have been taken by people who don't know them on an intrinsically compassionate, deeply infinite human level, those images just naturally are just going to be more hollow. And that isn't to denigrate them, but it's just to say that there's a difference between those images. And I think that, so the question really became throughout the film was Rommel would always rhetorically kind of ask, like, what would the earth look like? What would everything look like if every photograph taken of everyone was taken from the photographer as if you were taking a photograph of your brother, your mother, your sister, your friend? Like, what would the world look like if we saw each other when photographs and visual mediums were something that actually were just an extension of a deeper compassion? So, towards answering your question of how we then built in a different type of gaze to the movie, it kind of always came from that place of like, how do we use the camera to see compassionately? How do we use the camera to see the person in front of the camera and not see Anshul Ellis Taylor, but to see my grandmother? And that changes the image. When you're hugging Anjali, like, the images when someone hugs someone, it's me, she's physically hugging, that changes the way I compose. It has to. When it's literally just that haptic connection with another person, I'm getting an embrace, I'm gonna change how I frame the image because it's just a different type of intimacy there. So I think that was really where it came down to, was us thinking compassionately and trying to make the image something that felt intimate and a witnessing rather than a capturing or a shooting or a showing, but a witnessing of anyone who's in front of the camera.
Thank you.
Sorry, that's all we have time for. Thank you.